Hi everyone. I'm sorry, I've been out of touch, very busy with work, and I have not played the flute for several months now. And I've received so many messages from you guys, and I feel a little guilty. I feel like I'm letting you down, but the problem is there are so many things to do. I wish we could have a site where people could help each other because there are many people who are more advanced than others, and we can all help each other. And maybe eventually we can get somebody who really knows what they are doing to come and teach us all. But until that time happens, I'll look into that. I'm going to set something up for us. I'll look into that. Until that happens, from what I remember, several people had asked me things like, how do I begin? So first thing is, you got your flute. I keep I keep waiting for the perfect time that I'll do things when the lighting is better or I have a better camera or I've set something else. It's never going to happen. So I'll do the best I can with what I've got, and I'll try to answer all your questions that I remember. Okay. I right now I have about 9 messages in my personal messages, several comments that I haven't responded to. I'll do the best I can. Okay. In the meantime, so you begin. You got your flute. You want to make sure it doesn't matter. I used to hold my flute like this also with my fingertips. There is no one right way as far as I know, but this is easier holding it with, covering the holes with the middle digit of your fingers. So you're holding the flute. You just have to make sure that the holes are completely covered, not like this, completely covered. Okay. So how am I holding it? I've got my thumbs on the underside, my little fingers, and one of the things somebody asked me is, how do you hold a flute when all holes are open? Well, it's kind of like this. You're holding it with this is how you hold it. So all fingers are open. My two little fingers are resting here. My thumbs are resting underneath the flute. And what is holding it is the all of these things combined, the two thumbs, and pushing against the bottom lip. So basically, I'm holding it like this. Okay, like this. If I take it away from my lip, it's kind of unbalanced. But if I push it against my lip with my, I'm pushing up with my thumbs, and I'm holding the little fingers, kind of gripping them. So little fingers, the vector would be little fingers are pressing in like that. Okay, so your little fingers. Let me see that again. Um, it's kind of complicated to explain. Let me try again. So your little fingers are kind of pinching in towards each other. Thumbs are, guys, try it. It's too complicated for me to explain. But basically, I'm holding with my little fingers, thumbs, and the bottom of my lip. Try it. If it doesn't work, we'll figure out a way to explain it better. Maybe draw a vector diagram. Okay. So first things to do is to make sure the holes are completely covered, because if the holes are not covered, you'll get really awful sound. So experiment. You uh, put your lips um, at the hole of the flute. I'm assuming that you've got a side flute. Straight flute is easy, but let's start with the side flute. So get the best sound you can. Experiment with it. Here's what I do. So here I'm sliding my lips side to side. Then move it a little bit more. All holes covered. If the hole is not covered, the sound will be weird, like this. So another thing you can do is make up exercises for yourself. That's what I did. Somebody pointed out to me, somebody who knows flute a lot better than I do, pointed out to me one good exercise is to hold one note without vibrato, like this. You can do the whole scale. You can do, you know, various combinations like sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Basically, you are taking threes and climbing up the ladder one note at a time. You can do it with 4 notes, you can do it with 5 notes, like sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha. You can do these. Another thing somebody asked me is, how do you gracefully go from ma to pa? So, now this is difficult. It's always difficult because um, when you go from open to all close at the on the higher octave, or on the scale from ma to pa, it becomes kind of weird. So the only way you can do it is through practice. So keep doing it until you get it right. So eventually, as you keep practicing, your ma to pa transitions will get better and better. That's what I have seen happen. Okay, so I covered how to hold the flute. I covered, most important thing is getting the sound right is very important. Okay, I covered the scale. I guess I'll show you sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, which most of you already know. But 3 holes open, sa. Ma is, this hole is half covered, half covered. Okay, you can do it sideways or you can do it finger lifted. I do different for different notes. So half note, this is how it goes. Ma is half. The top note, the top hole, half, half. Okay, or you can lift your finger up like that. I don't know what angle to show it to you from, but yeah, you can lift your finger up like that. So this is another way to play the half note, or you can slide your finger to cover the note half, like, or to the side, or half lifted. Experiment with it. If it's not clear, let me know. Okay, so scale. Okay, I guess I hope it's clear. So you started, lifted 3 fingers up. Okay, this becomes sa. So this note is sa. You went to re, you went to ga, and then for ma, you lifted your finger half up or you slid it to the side. Ma, all holes closed and a little harder blowing. Actually, it should not be. That we'll get to some other time. The concept of embouchure and how you're not supposed to blow harder to make the upper octave come alive. But that's okay. For now, just blow harder. So pa is all holes closed. So that's how it sounds. Pa, and then lift this finger up on the higher octave, which is the more shrill sound. Dha, ni, sa. And remember, you started sa from here, and you're back to sa. Okay, so that's the way to go. I will, now that I have decided, I'm going to just do the best I can, not worry about it being perfect. I will be posting a lot more. Go ahead and ask me what you need to ask me. I'll do the best I can. Guys, I don't remember all the previous requests you had made. So post me comments. That's easier for me to do than personal messages. Okay? Just post me comments. And I talk to you soon. Happy New Year to all of you. Thanks.